I've been so excited about Splatoon Raiders, and now that I finally played the game, I can confirm Nintendo brought their A game with this one. I really enjoy the campaigns in the mainline Splatoon games, but this is on another level. I just want to spread my love of this game to you guys and maybe even encourage you to pick it up yourselves. Today, I'm going to go through everything I loved about Splatoon Raiders. And don't worry, no ending spoilers or anything like that. The gameplay loop is super addicting. Bite-sized treasure hunting missions, highly intense raids against giant mobs of enemies, and dungeons that have you test your skills with various weapons and gadgets. There are a various amount of upgrades you can make after every raid, and no level feels the same. The sense of progression here is very satisfying. Deep Cut are honestly the best companions we could have asked for a game like this. Fry is high energy, reckless, and a bit of an airhead, but super lovable. Shiver is a bold, sassy, and ruthless lady who, on the surface, looks fueled by nothing more than taking what she wants. However, you begin to find out how much she cares for her friends and the responsibilities she has to her clan. Then there's Big Man, the most relatable one for me. He's the voice of reason and a lot more laid back than the other two. He prefers a more tactical approach rather than leaping headfirst into danger, and is usually the one that takes his friends back to being calm when they get into tough situations. I think it's safe to say Deep Cut is my favorite Splatoon group. I'm just happy at how great this game was. I saw so many people and YouTubers online saying this is going to be overpriced Splatoon 3 DLC. You know who you are. This game actually takes advantage of the Switch 2 hardware. Look how much stuff is going on here. My Switch 1 would explode if it had to run even half of this. There's also some smaller details like the ink being more realistic. And look at these cutscenes, man. Just beautiful. This game is $50, a reasonable price, and a good game at that. Unlike that other overpriced piece of shit. Yeah, I'm talking about you. There's voice acting, which is good to see now after having to play through Pokemon Legends EA. You really have to strategize and utilize your gadgets in these underground raids. Just bum rushing into hordes of enemies isn't gonna cut it. Well, unless you chose the power tank. You also need to make sure you turf the ground because running out of ink here is basically GG's. The difficulty here is very well balanced. It's very intense, but not unfair. The game really throws you in immediately, which is good. There's a small tutorial at the start taking you through the basic controls, but I appreciate that the game doesn't hold your hand very much. Look at this crane minigame! I could be here for hours! Game of the year. The amount of movement options you have here is very versatile, especially with the speed tank. I love the little artworks it shows you when you upgrade something on the hideout ship. Just another one of those small charms in this game. If a level is too tough, you can call for help from 2 other players online. This is really useful and honestly kind of fun to plow through these as a team. Reminds me of back when I used to play Left 4 Dead. Some of these salmonid designs are damn scary, like, geez, imagine this sleep paralysis demon. Speaking of the salmonids, their music really gives off an eerie vibe. It's very unwelcoming, which is expected because we're a bunch of idiots invading their island taking their stuff. It's a huge contrast to the pop EDM soundtrack we're used to in most Splatoon games. The final boss and the music in it are amazing. I'm not going to show it obviously like other people, but just know you're in for a treat. Fry appreciation part of the video, nothing else, just Fry. Splatoon Raiders is nothing short of amazing. Even if you've never played Splatoon before, I encourage you to give this one a shot, especially since Nintendo actually gave it a reasonable price. This is something you can play in quick spurts or 2 to 3 hours straight. There's so much replayability, the intensity is off the charts, and this is a classic case of that specific charm Nintendo games can have. There's a lot of fun to be had here, and this is a welcome addition to anyone's Switch 2 collection. Why was this $70?